My name is Maya. I am 32 years old. I have a husband. His name is Daniel. We have a daughter named Lily. She is 6 years old. We have lived together for 9 years. I loved Daniel deeply. I trusted him with all my heart. I believed he would never hurt me. I thought he was an honest man, but I was wrong. It was a weekend. I had a cold, so I stayed home to rest. Daniel said, "It's Jake's birthday tonight. I'll be late." I smiled and said, "Okay, have fun." I watched a little TV and fell asleep early. But while I slept, something else happened. Something I didn't know. Something that would change everything. The next morning, Daniel was quiet. He didn't say much during breakfast. He looked at his phone. He looked out the window. I asked, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, just tired." But something felt off. I watched him closely, but he avoided my eyes. Later that evening, my friend Nina came over. She was at the same party. She looked nervous. "Maya, I wasn't sure if I should tell you, but I saw something last night." I felt cold all of a sudden. "What do you mean?" I asked. "Daniel, he was dancing. With someone. Close. Too close. It was his ex, Clara, and I saw them kiss." The room spun. I felt like someone had punched me in the stomach. "Are you sure?" I whispered. She nodded slowly. When Daniel came home, I waited by the door. I didn't cry. Not yet. I looked straight at him and said, "Tell me the truth. Was Clara at the party?" His face changed. He looked frozen. Guilty. "Yes," he said quietly. "Did you kiss her?" Silence. A long, heavy silence. "Maya," he started. "I was drunk. She came close. I didn't plan it. It just happened?" I said. My voice was shaking. "You kissed another woman, Daniel." He stepped closer. "It was one stupid kiss. That's all. I love you. I love Lily. Please don't let this destroy us." I picked up his bag. I walked to the door. "Get out," I said. "This house is mine, and you made your choice." He didn't fight. He looked broken. But he walked out. Lily was staying at my parents' house that weekend. I was glad she didn't see our fight. She didn't need to hear shouting or see me cry. After that night, Daniel called me many times. He sent long messages. He said, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please give me one more chance." But I didn't reply. Then his mother called. She spoke softly and said, "Maya, please don't be angry. All men make mistakes. My husband also had a girlfriend once, but I stayed, and now we're okay." I took a breath and said, "I don't want to live with a man who kisses other women." She said, "Think about Lily. A child needs her father." I replied, "Lily can still see her father, but I don't want him as my husband." Some people told me I was too serious. Some said I should forgive him, but they didn't feel what I felt. I didn't want to sleep next to a man who kissed another woman. I felt hurt. I felt dirty. I felt alone. Yes, I still loved him, but love is not enough. Trust is more important. And he broke that trust. Now, I live alone with Lily. I am not always happy, but I am calm. No more lies, no more pain. The next morning, Daniel came to the house. He stood quietly at the door, holding a small bouquet of white lilies, my favorite. His eyes looked tired. His face was pale. He didn't look like the confident man I once knew. He looked broken. He whispered, "Can we talk, Maya?" I hesitated. Every part of me wanted to shut the door, but I opened it. Just a little. He took a slow breath. I made a terrible mistake. I was lonely. I felt disconnected, but that's no excuse. I was weak. I kissed her, and I hate myself for it. I kept my voice calm. "You didn't just kiss someone. You kissed away our trust. You broke something inside me." He nodded. "I know. I didn't think clearly. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't confused. I just acted selfishly, and now I'd give anything to take it back." I said, "You can't. You made a choice, and now I'm making mine." He looked down. "I miss Lily. I miss you. I miss us." I said, "You can still see Lily. You're her father, but I don't want a husband who betrays me." His hands were shaking. He placed the flowers on the porch. Then, without another word, he turned and walked away. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed thinking about everything. I remembered the first time we met, his smile, his awkward jokes, the way he brought me coffee when I had late study nights. I remembered our wedding, simple but full of hope. I remembered the day Lily was born, how he held her like she was made of light. He used to cook dinner when I had bad days. He stayed up with Lily when she had nightmares. He'd sing off-key lullabies just to make her laugh. He was a good man. Was. Now he felt like a stranger. The next few days passed slowly. I didn't answer his calls. I needed space. I needed silence. But he didn't give up. He sent messages every day. "Maya, I miss our family. I'm sorry. I can't sleep. I can't think. I love you. Please, talk to me." One night, he sent a longer message. "You don't have to forgive me now. Maybe not ever, but I'll wait. Not because I'm sure you'll come back, but because I know I deserve to wait. For the damage I caused, for the pain I brought. I still love you. And Lily. Always." I read it 3 times. My hands trembled. I hated that I still cared. I hated that a part of me missed him. But I also hated what he did. The next weekend, he came to pick up Lily. She ran to him, her eyes lighting up. He brought her a new book, the same series he used to read to her before bed. I watched from a distance as they laughed together. My throat tightened. He was still a good father, but that didn't mean he was a good husband. Later that day, after ice cream and park swings, he came to talk again. He said softly, "I won't ask you to forget, but I want to prove I can be better." I shook my head. "Words won't fix this." He nodded. "Then I'll show you with time." I closed the door. Weeks passed, then months. He came every weekend without fail, always on time, always with something for Lily, a book, a drawing, sometimes just his full attention. He stopped making big promises. He just showed up, steady, quiet. He didn't try to win me. He just tried to be better, and I noticed. He started volunteering at Lily's school events. He helped her with homework. He even learned to braid her hair. One sunny afternoon, he came early. Lily was playing outside. He asked if he could help clean the garden. I nodded. We worked in silence for a while. Then he said, "Maya, I still love you. I know I broke your heart, but I've been rebuilding mine, without lies, without excuses." I didn't answer at first. He continued, "You're not the same. I see that. You're stronger now, and I admire you for it." But if there's even the smallest place in your heart that still remembers us, I want to earn it back." I looked at him. He looked older, wiser, quieter. Not the man who kissed someone else, but not quite the man I married either. I glanced at Lily, chasing butterflies, her laughter rising like music in the air. Something in me softened. I said, "I'm not choosing you because I need you. I'm choosing you because I believe in growth, in second chances, for Lily, and maybe for us." His eyes filled with tears. He held my hand gently. "Maya, thank you," I whispered. "This doesn't erase the past, but it's a step forward." That night, Lily asked, "Are we a family again?" I kissed her forehead and said, "We never stopped being one. We just needed time to find our way back. Sometimes love is tested in painful ways, but when someone truly changes and you truly heal, forgiveness can rebuild what was once broken. Not to erase the past, but to write a new chapter." If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe.